This is Charlie from Fightfast. We got 3 self-defense moves we're going to be sharing with you today. Let's get right into it.
Chin jab. Now you saw the chin jab throughout my program. It's simply stepping in, the palm of the hand, and smashing him to the chin. But what you see is his head is forcefully driven back. If you hit him hard enough, once again, you can cause damage to the individual. Can't hold it up, cut off the air. Partner on the ground, I know you're getting up and down, but partner on the ground for me, just on your back. Especially if you're on the ground and you jab it with that chin jab. It causes more problems because now he has that hard concrete behind his head, he's smashing it, and it's a kill shot, okay? Also, while you're in this position, remember the throat is open also. I may chin jab him once, I may take the throat out on the second one. Continues until this person has been stopped and your life has been saved. Let's say he's trying to choke me, okay? He wants to choke me out. What I do, you don't see this in MMA. I take my fingers and I jab it into his eyes. I have the ground for a brace and I just jab it in, okay? Now, first of all, his eyes are taken out. I'm gonna get rid of the eyes, okay? It's not pleasant, it's gonna be blood. He can't see you. If he can't see you, he can't hurt you. So, take the fingers, not with your pads, with the tip of the fingers, and you just drive it into the eyes. Also, this can be done against a wall, or if you're just standing, he goes to choke me. Go ahead and choke me, partner. I go up, and I jab into the eyes. Now, what I'm doing, I'm holding his head, I'm taking my fingers, and I'm ramming them into his eyes. Wiggle him around a little bit for good measure. At least he can't see me. He's gonna release that chokehold, and I've done some major damage to his eyes.
Let us know what you guys thought about that move down below. But before we get into the next tip, text JOIN to 737-316-0323, and we got a free fight enders in there. You'll get trained by martial artists, Green Berets, Black Ops, a whole bunch of specialists. Make sure to text 737-316-0323. Text JOIN. You'll get the free fight enders, totally free. Back to the video.
Disarming will be the next aspect of guard your grill. Disarming is simply, I'm gonna do it slow first and then I'm gonna show you how to train it. If a cat is throwing this punch at me and I roll back off of him, throw the punch, I'm just gonna throw my elbow up. Said it's going on the side because he doesn't really want his hand to hit my elbow. Later when we train it, we'll put some gloves on, but right now, he's just gonna go to the side. Don't just go to the side like you normally would. He's just going to go to the side to show you that that's how deep he wants to be. But my elbow is going to be in front of that. So when I go back down, I'm just giving him an elbow, feeding and disarming him. It's disarming because I'm taking away his weapon with just putting my elbow up and attacking his attack. If he goes that straight, go ahead. Bam. If he goes that straight, I can do it here too. Go ahead. Bam. I can just lift it. Goes that straight. No. I can just lift it. Sorry about that. I want you to go over the outside, or I don't want you. You're just gonna lift it up. All I'm doing is bam, bam. If he wants to throw that hook, throw that hook. Bam, I can go to that hook. If he wants to throw that hook, bam, I can throw to that hook. Whether I go side or whether I can go inside. So I'm taking this limb away. If he wants to throw that rear, I can still just go lean right back and let him hit his whole angle. Go over here. If he wants to throw the straight, I can sit here, have my guard up, bam, just throw it. All I'm doing is just lifting it up. That's it. Throw it again, bam, I'm just lifting it up. He wants to throw it again, I might just move back. He wants to throw his hook, bam, I might meet his hook. Taking away his limb, taking away his biggest weapon, his hands. Destroying these hands, destroying these knuckles, stopping him from coming at me. Now let's train it.
Hey guys, make sure to like this video and let's get into the last tip. Here we go.
On the streets, he throws a punch, he comes in here, he lets me look good. I get to do all these headbutts and techniques. I get to stand on one knee, try to get some power in the knee. And I get to do all these things to him and he's going to fall down. Well, that's not real. Also, he throws a punch. I'm going to come in with an arm lift or some kind of arm. This is fantasy. This is not real. I cannot twist. As soon as I hit this arm, this other hand's coming. This other hand's coming. I promise you. He'll tear your head off. So many people, when they train, they throw one punch, and I get to do my fun things. I get to look great. I get to look good. What's going to happen? That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. He's going to come in with power and strength. And this is what's going to happen. Taking my balance. You must grasp that. You must grasp that. But he thinks he's attacking me. Well, I'm attacking him. We're going to go over some of the things that you're going to have to do and what will happen to you. And when you fight a man, 250 pounds, that has a drug problem, that's cranked up, ready to go, maybe he's mad at the world. You've got a problem, and I don't care who you are. You've got a problem. Anyone that says I can knock this person out with punches or kicks, they're not dealing in the real world. That's not going to happen. Why is it in the world's Ultimate Fighting Championships everything's so ugly? Because it is. It's chaos. Why is it that Muay Thai fighters can take tremendous kicks to the legs, tremendous elbows to the face, and they're still up? I keep hearing, I'm just going to break his arm. I'm going to knock him out. That's not going to happen. Especially when there's drugs and stuff involved, when this person's fired up, ready to come for you. You must have the mindset that you cannot grab. You cannot throw. Absolutely not. You cannot knee lift. You're trying to get a knee lift in there. I'm a trained martial artist for 30 years, and my best knee lift is going to just do nothing. I'm standing on one foot. I'm going to be the one on the ground. We're going to look at the difference of the people out there, the smaller people and the larger people. We're going to break those up very quickly, and we're going to show you some of the things that we do. And we only do 2 or 3 things. That's it. We're going to bring out some of the weapons that we have. Fighting, when we talk about fighting and survival, fighting is you guys want to throw punches at each other, fine. Try out your kicks, great. But survival is when you and your family's lives are in danger. And we're going to use the things around us. We're going to do as much damage as quickly as possible, and we're going to try to get out of there. But number one, avoiding the problem. If you can buy the guy a drink, you can give him your money or whatever, you can avoid it. But when it gets down to it, you're going to have to survive. A lot of misconceptions out there, and a lot of things that just don't happen. Again, we've talked about the crash dummy, guy throwing a punch, coming in and let me do my thing. This is not going to happen. You never want to stand on one foot. These things don't work. Again, he comes in hard. You always see people trying headbutts or elbows or whatever. He's a crash dummy. He's not doing nothing. His hand's relaxed. He's not doing nothing. That's a misconception. Another misconception is, throw a punch, is that I can handle his power coming at me forward, giving me a time to attack him. If I'm standing in front of him coming hard, you're going to be in a world of hurt here. You're going to be in a world of hurt. He's taking your balance. You're not going to have any way to survive. Absolutely the most important thing when you deal with a big man, many times you won't have a warning. You won't have a warning. He'll either run you into a wall or he's going to freight train you really, really bad, and things are going to happen. Let me actually come at an angle from here, Bob. As in the real world, when someone comes at you, and if you don't have time to see, because this man has no respect for me. He's just going to come in hard, bulldog with the punches. And this is what's going to happen. He's going to slam you up against the wall, and you're in a world of hurt. You're in a world of hurt. He's on you. He's going to be pummeling you. And if you don't know the right things to do, you're going to be gone. You must avoid that if you can. If he's coming at you hard, we start to move. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Do not meet his power. Do not meet this man's power at all cost. There are no, I hear a lot and I see a lot, low side, high side, attack the center. That's not realistic again, because you're not going to have time. The real world is you're standing here, all of a sudden, boom, that's it. You're not going to get low side, high side, nothing. You're not going to get a thing. Now, if he stands there, comes in like a crash dummy, and lets me go low side, yeah, you're right. We can make each other look good, and that's what people train in that aspect or concept. Or he's going to have his hands up. And this man put his hands up. He's not going to bounce around with me. He's just coming. He has no fear of me whatsoever. So he is on you quickly and fast. So We have no weapons right now. We're going to look at that initial attack. He comes at you very, very quickly. You got to get out of the way. You survive the initial attack. You survive the initial attack. You're here. Now, if he moves forward again to see this, he's going to be on you. He's going to turn. He's going to come at you quick. Boom! You got him off. You survive. But I promise you, he's coming for some more. You've got to survive that first attack. From here, now I'm going to take it up to him. I didn't have enough time. He comes at me quick. Put my guard off. You're going to see me stay into him. Never punching, never elbowing because I can't hurt him. This won't do anything. He's going to just rip my head off. Got to shut him down. Got to shut him down. So when he comes in, you're going to watch this hand. This hand here is going to take a piece of his neck. It's going to take a piece of his neck. You can always see this dude here. It's going to turn his head, but it's going to come through very, very hard. This man's got hair. I love hair. But, again, you talked about the two fingers. Bridge, crushing it down. Striking to the base of the head, here. So when he comes in from here hard, you're going to get to here, and you forget about everything else, and you're going to go as hard as you can into this person. You do not have the right, and you think you're going to twist his head off. You do not have that right. But this man could kill you. I promise you, those that have met the power of this man is very, very, very difficult to survive against. The real world is things you cannot do. Guy's got his fists up. He's coming. They say, take the low side. Well, you're not going to get that. You're not going to get that. Survival is whatever it takes. Coming in, he's moving pretty quick. In his face, getting out of the way, surviving. I do not care as long as you don't do ridiculous techniques. Get out of the way, run. He may have to be a shield. The chances of you surviving against a big man like this, let's get real. Very, 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 not very good. Anyone that thinks, go ahead, throw a punch, that you're going to get an arm bar, or a wrist lock, he'll kill you. He'll beat you to death because I just woke up his other hand. Or he's going to stick a knife right in my guts because I'm standing here doing, this is the street. I've met so many Aikido, so many Judo, so many martial artists that come in blasting. If you think that I come in low, and again, we don't do low, high, but you sit there and come in punching, he'll just kill you. He'll just kill you. And that's simple as that. Nothing else out there. Now, I know some of you guys are going, why do I train, why do I do what I do? Well, you need to get a guy, 200 pounds. Don't make each other look good. Don't make each other look good. You need people to come in. You need this big guy on you in 1 second. And you need to see how long you live. If you train in any other way, it's not real training. It's not real training. I am not going to get a kick. I am not. And a guy, by the way, the guy's going to be back a little bit. And people keep thinking that a guy's going to be in your face. I'd never let a guy this close. That's not going to happen. He's going to be at you. He's going to come at you quickly, solidly, and fast. This is the real world. This is an incorrect concept of what people think is going to happen on the street. Many people have never been in a fight in their life, and I hope they don't ever get into one.
Thanks for watching our video lessons here at TRS Direct. Hit the like button down below and consider subscribing to our channel here on YouTube. Hit the bell icon and we'll send you a notification when there's a new lesson available. Thanks again for watching.